30 Minutes of UMoria, Show 86.
Hello there!
Welcome to 30 Minutes of UMoria. This is the Sweater Cloak edition. Let's go, let's get started. This, the 86th show of 30 Minutes of UMoria, is brought to you by the lowercase letter I. The lowercase letter I represents 8 different creatures in UMoria, one of which is the green icky thing. The green icky thing is usually found at depths of 350 feet and moves erratically at a normal speed. It has an armor rating of 12 and a life rating of 5/8. It is susceptible to fire. It takes a while to see intruders, which it may notice from 140 feet away. It can touch to corrode with damage 2/5. The green icky thing. Before we get started, let's check out
The Wheel Source Code!
Okay, it's source code time. Let's have a look at the change speed function this time. Change speed. This one might be a spoiler. Moria 1.c change speed function. There it is. Changes speed of monsters relative to player. Note, when the player is sped up or slowed down, I simply change the speed of all of the monsters. This greatly simplified the logic. Alright, roguelike people might know that the speed system is a bit screwed up, and that note actually relates to that. I won't get into it, but I'll just explain what this function does. And it does what the comment says. It goes over all of the monsters in the list, M-list, and it changes their speed by an amount. Simple as that. There is the addition to our speed, and there's the addition to their speed. I would have thought that they slowed down the monsters here. Sped up or slowed. So yeah, the number can be negative. That's all that's going on there. That makes sense. Alright. So where's this called from? Maybe it's another dead function. Who knows? Oh, it's used. If an item has speed, then you change the amount. Look at that. Less means more in this case. If search mode is on, then we move at a certain speed. If search is off, look at that. That's strange. Yeah, I declined to comment on how that works exactly. But you can see this is the real case here of a speed item being used to augment our speed. Alright. And that is the change speed function of Moria 1.c in UMoria. And that concludes the Wheel Source Code. Here is our title screen, UMoria 5.6 GPL version. Your pack is so heavy it slows you down. I'll explain that later. Our character is Yishad. He is an elf mage. He is level 32 and on his way shortly, really, to level 33, where he will learn the Word of Destruction spell. Ooh. We currently have 2 rings of speed, 2 permanent speed items found at the levels inscribed beside them. And, yeah, we have a Slay Dragon mace and a Holy Avenger Warhammer. Our pack is very full. this is a ridiculous amount of stuff. We do this on purpose so that we move fast and not very fast. Because we don't want to eat so much food. This lets us stay in the dungeon longer, theoretically. Because we are limited mostly by potion of restore life levels, and sometimes you have to go back up to town for those. So, here we are at 1550, slowly going about the process of clearing out this level. Now, what are we trying to do? Well, we are searching for armor, pieces of armor, and potentially some nice weapons. Alright, not because we want our AC to be more. That would be nice, but that's not the point. The point is to find resistant armor. Resistant. Resistant to dragon breath attacks. That is what we are looking... excuse me. That is what we're looking for here. We have one resistant item in our on our person. The medium metal shield RF. That's resist fire. It's a cool shield to own. I'm glad we own it. But we need more. A lot more. We are not safe from lightning attacks, cold attacks, acid attacks, or poison attacks, poison gas attacks. Now, there is no such thing as resistance to poison gas attacks. I've often thought that there should be some kind of a gas mask that you could find. But I guess that's not really in the era, you know? Woo! What's going on here? Let's watch our maximum hit points go up here. Hopefully they will. Nope. Oh, look at that! They went up about 32. Wow, that is a good jump. So, yeah, there's no resistance to poison gas possible. But the other ones, resist acid, resist cold, resist lightning, those are all valid things that... Whoa! Crapola! Ah. Quaff. How much did we lose? A lot. Quaff, restore life levels. Be more careful, Ben. Be more careful. As I was saying, yeah, the other breaths. Man, what did we drop that we're picking up that? Oh, I hate it when we lose stuff like that. I just hate it, because I don't know what we lost. I have the Scrolls of Word of Recall, that's good. Staff of Dispel Evil. We have our Staff of Teleportation. What did we lose? I don't know. Here's the Lucerne Hammer. We'll just carry it around as ballast. So, yeah, that's what we're searching for. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Sorry for I'm repeating myself, but the resistance is important. Just so that we can withstand random dragon breaths. And some of the items we can find in the dungeon here are resistant to all breath attacks except poison. If we were to find one of those, that would be very nice. Very, very nice. So, it looks like this board is done. Now we need to go find another level. Up we go, 1,500 feet. Yeah. So I would gladly give up the shield that we have, the RF for an R. Gladly. Even if it meant losing six armor class points, let's say. Maybe even more. Alright, so be careful now. We don't have any more potions of restore life levels. And that's what we were missing. That's what we were missing there in our inventory. We used up the last one, and it freed up a slot. Yeah, that's what's going on. That makes sense. I like it when things make sense like that. Kill the fire beetle, use frost bolts for him. Wanted fire bolts, not very useful to us. The light is growing faint. There you go. Another thing I would do another way I would modify the game would be to automatically fill lamp oil. It just says you refill your lamp with oil. It doesn't take a full turn. Nobody ever died because they needed light. Well, maybe somebody did. Nobody ever died because they needed light and they had to refill their oil, and somebody was hitting them while they were refilling their oil. That doesn't happen. So, you don't really lose that in the game. And you gain the NOS of refilling your lamp oil. You don't have to be reminded, and, you don't have to be reminded every 2 steps that you're out of lamp oil, or you're nearing the outage of lamp oil. And then, when you're done, when you are all out of lamp oil, you notice it because that's why. Because you can get the crazy warnings, but also because your backpack looks different. All the letters are off by 1. So anyway, I might add that in my version of this game. Something about this style of game that really makes you consider the game. It makes you consider the trade-offs that were involved, the balance that was involved, the what you like, what you don't like about the game. Ooh, young blue dragon. 1, 2. Now we're going to switch to Slay Dragon and hit him once. Look how effective. So yeah, and anyway, whoa. I like to think that's why there's so many roguelikes, because this game is all of the artistic, what's the word? I don't want to say qualities, sensibilities. But I do want to say that, the graphics are less important. The graphics are already done, in a way. The graphics, you don't have to be an artist to do. So by lowering the artistic bar, it frees up people to think about gameplay, about the decisions in the game that make it fun or not fun? How does that make it real or not real? You know, where does realism come from? Does it come from art? Or does it come from the choices that the game designer is making? The answer is both, of course. But still, this game manages to get a high level of realism somehow. I know you must be scoffing and say, this game looks real? It does not. But in the manual, in 1985, it said that this is a dungeon simulation. And it does model a dungeon, you know? It simulates what happens in a fictitious dungeon. So realism does matter in that sense. And this was a realistic game back in the day. And I would submit that it still is, in fact, a realistic game. So anyway, people make their own versions of Moria, and their own versions of Angband, and so on. And they call them different things. They're whole other games. You know, games that take place outside that are roguelike in nature. And people try out their cool ideas for what they're going to do in their game. You can really put on your fantasy hat or put on any kind of hat you want, even a horror hat. And you can explore that in game form with respect to the roguelike constraint. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Now, if you're a programmer, then it happens to be a lot of fun to do that sort of thing. Yeah, that was one of the very first programming projects that I undertook. I won't bore you with what I changed, but the list of things I changed now are much different. In particular, maybe the previous show, we ran into one of the cases that I fixed. That was the case of dropping an item while we were on top of an open pit. What should happen? It should fall in the pit, right? It should disappear. So I fixed stuff like that. But anyway, enough about what I would fix in the game. An ice troll, love the ice trolls. Killer red beetle, don't let them touch you. Alright. Grape jelly. Got him. So, what are we looking for? Still looking for the resistance stuff. If we get zapped by a white, and we lose him with some experience, we'll have to go back up to the town. The walk of shame back up to the town that says that we can't handle the dungeon. And we have to buy the restore life levels. Now, in the previous show I found a mushroom of restoration. I think that would suit us now. But I ate it by mistake. I was hungry and I ate it by mistake. Why is that funny? Because it's been said in real life. People eating wedding cake that's been in their freezer or something. That's why it's funny. I don't know why I laugh at, oh, nice. Unfortunate events. Find them hilarious. What do you do? Somebody falls down, I laugh. It's hilarious. It just is. And to an extent, the harder they fall, the more I laugh. Which is bad. Oh, nice boots. Wow, we got nice boots, people. Alright. These boots, we're currently wearing +8 boots. These boots are +4 only, and they add 1 to our stealth. But you know what? They're fancy boots. We gotta wear them. Our AC went down, but that's fine. Our stealth is now good. We are not very stealthy, it seems. What's the stealth all about? The stealth is all about being able to walk around a monster that is quote-unquote asleep and have him stay asleep. That's our stealthy movements. So the more stealthy we are, the safer we really are around dragons. So, and that's really what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get stuff that helps us deal with dragons. And one of the things I said I was looking for in a previous show, but I'm still looking for now, are the, whoa. There are these gauntlets of stealth or something. Something like that. Switch to Slay Dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 shots. So anyway, nice. We found some good stuff. Killing dragons is fun when they're weak. When they're strong, it's just harrowing. Slay Dragon, here we go. 1, 2. Only 2 shots, people. 2 good shots. That was that. Charisma bumped up. Morningstar. Just Morningstar. Moving on. Anyway, like I was saying, I laugh. I'll laugh in real life when somebody falls down or something. But the flip side of that is I'll laugh at myself if I fall down. And I'll even kind of look around to see if anybody... First thing I do is I look around to see if anybody saw me fall. It's one of those things. Because if nobody saw me fall, then I don't need to be embarrassed, right? It's one of those things. Alright. Moving on. Finding some good stuff, gotta say. Finding some well-appreciated stuff. Move a little stealthier now. Another question I have in general for this game is how do I make those miscellaneous abilities go up? I'm not certain how you become more stealthy. There are no potions of stealth. Rusty chainmail, I used to think that was a good chunk of armor, but it's cursed. I guess the idea is that rusty chainmail, a sword would just hack right through it. Is this board done? Not done by half. Where's the good stuff at? We found some good stuff. Now I want to find even more good stuff. Let's raise the bar. Raise the AC bar. Raise our resistance bar. We could even find a potion of gain experience. $270 experience points now, people. 270. And the limit is at 300,000, you might recall. So we're only 30,000 away. That means about 30 young dragons, really. I think that's what they're worth. About 1,000 a pop. Maybe a little less. Yeah. Well, that was immature, but anyway, you get the idea. So, what else? Moving on. Looking for rooms. Are we done? Can't be done. Not enough has been cleared. There we go. Just a bunch of hallways. How about that? No rooms in all of that space. Just halls. We'll go up one more time. Oh, we're not done there. We are not. Look at that, way down there in the bottom right. Here we are. Gonna finish off the level, hopefully find some more stuff. Something's coming out of this door. Come on out. Come on out wherever you are. There you are. We woke up this room, so we might as well look inside that. Umber Hulk crashing around through the place. So we're at the bottom edge of the map here. Another thing I would add, whoa, is you know how you get to the edge of the map here and there's nowhere to go? You know there's nowhere to go? You're at the bottom. There's going to be no extra place. I would make it so that sometimes you could go clear off the side of the map. Whoa, lots of stuff here. What's that? 29 bolts. What's that? Thrusting sword. Is it a defender? Nope. You could use a defender. I don't know where we keep it exactly. The defender's position is supposed to be on your back, I believe. But we wouldn't want to lose our Slay Dragon. Broadsword, I think it is. Bastard sword. 1,400 feet, people. I think our character is very safe at this depth. Very, very safe. Almost lost some experience there. Should have stepped away from the Banshee. which is good advice in general. Step away from the Banshee. A bit like, let the Wookiee win. Closet. Brass lantern. And with teleportation, we still have ours. We call that retreat technology. Yes, it's cursed. But it is awfully handy if you are confused and stuff and out of options. You can at least put on the amulet, and in a few turns you'll be just zapped off somewhere else in the map. Disappear. So that is a benefit. It's a retreat technology when everything else has failed, and you have to have a chance at getting out of the situation, and your hit points are dwindling. That's the situation that calls for. When you have no other hope, put on that amulet, let it feel deathly cold, and let it take you away out of the situation, into another situation. But any situation would be better than the situation you use that in. Right. I have had to use it before in the past, not in this session, not with this character, but with other characters I have. Let me tell you, it's a real joy to use. Using a cursed item, for your own benefit in this game, that's thinking outside of the box. Iron Helm, here we go. It's gotta beat a 7. And it does not. Iron helms are good, and so are steel helms. Metal caps are easily bought in the store. So there's a bit of a, bit of a stigma that comes in Moria. If you can buy it in the store, it must not be that good. But you know what? Sometimes you can buy Holy Avengers in the store. Sometimes. Or Defenders. Or Resistant Armor. That could be resistant. But it's not. So anyway, if we do get shoved back to the town, we will check the stores for resistant armor. We're not too proud to buy it out of the store. Kind of like Rings of Speed, it just doesn't matter how you come by them. As long as you're not save scumming. Or worse yet, if you're in wizard mode, and you can make things appear. Yikes. But I won't even tell you about that. Not even telling you about wizard mode. You don't need to know. Alright. That was the 5-minute left sound. I think we've gone far enough up. This feels ridiculously safe. Ridiculously safe. This is too easy. And we're not really being rewarded with great stuff. Ugh, metal cap is damaged. So in the next show, we'll go back down. Not to 1850 again. That's our lowest depth. I think about that is. But we will go down a little bit farther. We want more young dragons, you know? Fewer banshees too. Those things are horrible. Anyway, I guess we could clear this map quickly. What's going on? I love using the fireball to get rid of doors. Very convenient. Sure sign you have too much mana, too. So, in hindsight, we shouldn't have gone down so early into the dungeon. We should have waited to get more constitution potions. We saw the big, huge... We had a 40 point increase in our hit points because of one potion. And we will even have more increases in our hit points with more of these potions. So we probably should have stayed at 1250 longer. We need to be able to withstand the, whoa, dragon breaths. My favorite ice troll. Alright, folks. Well, one more little room here. How do you get in there? Right there. And then we'll go back down deeper. Nobody home. Anything up here? Nobody at home. Anybody over here? Nope. Nobody there. And nobody there. So, with that, we will go down a level. Down, this way. Find our way to a nice room. A nicer room. There we go. Which is where we are going to call it quits for the day. Alright, 273, only, what, 27 more thousand to go until the next level. I hope you're enjoying your game too. This game's going great. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.